Welcome back to the Sardine News.
Good morning. And where are those silly sardines? Well, they got to be around still because there's so many of them, and there's still more coming. But let's go through the conditions quickly. We haven't done that for ages. The water is quite warm, actually. A bit warm for sardines, but it's colder on the inside. In the surf zone, it's cold from the upwellings and all that kind of stuff, and that's what keeps the sardines trapped on the inside. We've got quite a nice swell, but there's swell coming, big swells coming, with this big storm that's coming. The NSRI, my friend Craig Lambernon, warned us about yesterday. When he makes a warning, then you must take it seriously. We've got spring tides as well, so there's going to be a surf surge. You're going to get a storm surge and a surf surge and a huge tide surge. So we've got to be careful if you go down to the water, if you're fishing and that. Don't ever have your back to the ocean, especially over this weekend. There's no moon, 1% waxing at the moment. So interesting times. Once again, these are really good conditions to bring those sardines up from where they are at the moment. Port St. John's, there is still that huge big shoal that passed Kevin in Kocha a little while ago. But yeah, it's gone quiet here. The sardines seem to like Winkle Spraits and Toti. Every year they hang out there. That's their favourite spot. But they can just appear anyway, especially when the waves get big. Today is very interesting with the dropping tide at the moment, dropping right down to 0.2. And then it's going to come back in again. But when it drops like that is when you're going to catch those sardines on the inside. Places like Untantwini, even, Scotty's, even all those places that have got like a little bay and a cove. And the predators push those sardines in at high tide, and the next thing they get trapped at low tide. That's the ideal scenario for, especially if you're a cast net sardine guy. But yep, just stay in touch with us. As soon as sardines come along again, you're going to be the first to know. Well, the people in the hotline are the first to know. We've got the sardine hotline. I think you know about it by now. If you don't, sign up and join it. It's only $59. It'll save you so much petrol and hassle. And we've got, obviously, the sardine network is all over the place. It starts all the way down in the Cape and goes all the way up to Mozambique. And we know exactly what's going on. We know where the sardines are. We know where the shad are. We know the whole story. We don't tell anybody except the people who help us. If you help us, we help you back. So yeah, Kevin and myself and the bear, we all love doing this. Adam also does. And yeah, so we've got to turn it into a little bit of a business. But this seems to work just great. And if you want to just support us, and you get to be in the hotline, which is quite kind of cool. $59 a month, but obviously liking and subscribing is free. And that probably helps just as much. I'm not sure how this whole lot works, but the more you comment and like and subscribe and we all interact, then the better things go for us here at the Sardine News. And then don't forget, the last thing here, you can buy Mydos. That's actually how this whole game works. Got to have something to sell. But I'm not selling you better health therapy or whatever those kooks get involved in. I also don't do gambling. I get offered gambling money flat out. Not doing that. I've seen the first-hand results of gambling. You know who I'm talking about. And I've also had been offered crypto things, which I should have taken in retrospect, but I didn't because I thought, it's shady and I'm going to get anything. But so you can buy Mydos. There's no scammers here, nothing of the sort. There's just really cool lures that really catch fish, especially the shad trace, which I've been showing. I used to be the worst shad fisherman in the world, but now I don't miss one. Mydos are available at the moment, the sardine.co/Mydo for South Africa. The Kuta traces, the heavy-duty gamefish traces. They are made with 300-pound nylon, double dropper hooks to the traces. This is for serious fish. Thanks, Grant, for the order. You know what I'm talking about. We just made a stash of huge traces for big Kuta, big Wahoo, and big GTs. Obviously, we know where these guys are going, I can't say. And yeah, if you're going to spend so much money and you're going to go on a trip, you better have the traces and everything, especially for Kuta and that. First class, like they come out the Mydo factory. Yeah, we do it proper, hey? Don't you worry about that. And like I said, that's how the game works. So we sell Mydos here at the Sardine News. We also sell books and we sell all kinds of stuff in the shop. We also do fishing trips. But making and selling lures is just the most fun thing ever. My fingers are... We're starting the Mydo podcast soon, though. It's going to be called There Will Be Blood. Because yesterday, while I was packing, I got 3 stab wounds. But the whole day before, while I was making traces, I never got one. I don't understand how it works. But okay, thanks for listening to the Lekker Long Warble. check in soon enough, and the minute those sardines make an appearance this morning, you'll be the first to know. Ciao, ciao.
Guys, Thursday morning, first net for the morning. 2 nets on the beach already. Directly in front of Protea Hotel, so it's the Sardine Protea Hotel. So we're in Sardine, in front of Protea Hotel, 2 nets on the beach. I haven't seen any game fish, but there's no anglers here as yet. So this is where you want to be.